The Comma Press, 1st of August 2023, Afghanistan's CPEC extension faces challenges. China ran into several obstacles when implementing its recently announced projects in Afghanistan, particularly the expansion of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC. The precarious security situation in both Afghanistan and Pakistan is the leading cause of these delays. Furthermore, it appears that Beijing is less concerned with putting its regional and bilateral economic efforts into action and more concerned with creating a favorable narrative about how they are helping Afghanistan. Furthermore, China has criticized the United States for freezing Afghanistan's assets since the withdrawal of international forces and the Taliban's capture of Kabul in August 2021, which was supported by U.S. donations of money. The discussion of CPEC's expansion into Afghanistan was held in Islamabad on May 9 with the foreign ministers of China, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. During the meeting, they reaffirmed their support for ongoing international infrastructure projects, such as the Trans-Afghan Railways and the Central Asia-South Asia (CASA) power project. Although the CPEC extension had long been anticipated, the official announcement may have given China enormous diplomatic clout in the region. However, China's strategic alignment concerning the United States ultimately influences the choice. The region has become more unstable due to rising terrorist attacks and bloody border clashes between Pakistan and the Taliban, which presents difficulties for China's long-term aspirations. More crucially, the CPEC has fallen short of its initial objectives during the past 10 years, raising severe concerns about the project's long-term financial viability. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, has also raised these issues, which has already come under fire internationally for allegedly using Beijing's infamous debt trap approach on less developed nations. Nevertheless, since August 2021, China has kept securing new contracts in Afghanistan despite all of these accusations. The Xinjiang Central Asia Petroleum and Gas Company, CPEC, a division of the publicly traded China National Petroleum Company, CNPC, and the Taliban government inked a contract on January 5. With China's commitment to invest $150 million yearly for 3 years, with a planned increase to $540 million for the whole 25-year duration of the contract, this arrangement permits oil extraction from the Amu Darya Basin. The Chinese business Gochan subsequently indicated an interest in investing $10 billion in Afghanistan's lithium reserves, according to a statement released by the country's Ministry of Mines and Petroleum on April 13. According to sources, China and the Taliban are negotiating to revise the conditions of a 2008 agreement to extract copper from the Messinok mines in the province of Logar. These accords make it clear that China is interested in utilizing Afghanistan's abundant natural resources, scarce minerals like cobalt and lithium. With the U.S. leaving Afghanistan in 2021, China saw a simple opportunity to increase its influence there under the guise of giving the Taliban-run country economic stability. Since the Taliban took back control of Afghanistan, the agreement for oil extraction in the Amu Darya Basin represents the first sizable international investment. However, it is essential to remember that significant Chinese ventures in the past, such as the highly anticipated Messinok Logar copper mining project, fell through. Shahabuddin Delaware, the Taliban's Minister for Mining and Petroleum, urged the Chinese company to start practical work on constructing and managing the Ainok copper mine in June. Beijing has maintained for years that Afghan stability is crucial for the success of Chinese investments and economic interests due to potential consequences for the unstable Xinjiang region of China's internal security situation. Beijing has expressed worries over suspected Uyghur separatism in Xinjiang since the 1990s, and it sees a rising risk connected to this matter. Some Uyghur militants, allegedly connected to the East Turkestan Islamic Movement, ETIM, have sought asylum in Afghanistan and formed ties with the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, and, most recently, the Islamic State, IS. Many experts contend that the threat posed by ITIM to China is overstated. In October 2020, the U.S. government revoked ITIM's categorization as a terrorist organization, claiming no supporting evidence. China, however, continues to perceive the alleged Uyghur militancy in Afghanistan as a severe danger. China might use this security issue as a handy justification to bolster relations with the Taliban temporary administration and expand its influence in Afghanistan. Although official recognition has not yet been granted, Beijing has maintained substantial diplomatic ties with the Taliban leadership. The Islamic Emirate is also allowed to have diplomatic representation in China. As a result of blocked assets overseas, a lack of foreign funding, and sanctions, Afghanistan has been unable to move forward with economic and infrastructure development since the Taliban returned in 2021. China saw a chance to promote the CPEC extension to the Taliban to entice them to invest and do business in Afghanistan. Interestingly, many Afghan officials assert that Chinese business people frequently visit the nation, inquire about opportunities, and conduct feasibility studies without making investments. This pattern is anticipated to continue, resulting in hurdles and delays for any CPEC-related advances in Afghanistan.